Hi everybody, this is Janice from Amuse Studio, and today we're going to make a very simple card. I am trying to teach very simple and basic skills to people who would normally say, I am not creative and I just need somebody to tell me exactly what to do. And so I just want you to know that you can do it. If you have a stamp set, any stamp set, you can look, say, like on Pinterest, and I saw this very super sweet card and simple card made by checkerberrylane.com. She posted this to Pinterest, and it's simple. It's really 2 layers, and that's it. There is some dimension added to it with dimensional adhesive foam squares that we sell in our catalog as well. So I'm just going to show you how I did this. Okay. So basically you've got a standard A2 size card, which all that means is that it's an 8.5 by 11 cut in half. That's it. Okay, so I cut this at 4 1/4. If I had cut it this way at 5 1/2, then I would have the other kind of folding card. Okay, it would be more of a vertical card, folding card. So that's easy. Okay, you can do that. All you need is a paper trimmer and you're good. Okay, or you could draw a line and use a scissor if you don't have a paper trimmer. Okay, you can do it. Then the other thing that we need is a strip of, or a piece of cardstock that's white in this case, and it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 inches, and actually it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we're going to just round the corners with a very simple tool. We also have this in our catalog. It's the We Are Memory Keepers Corner Chomper, and it's 2 in 1. So really it's a great value, and you can cut several layers all at once. And it has a little trap door here where you could dispose of all of the leftover, the waste. Okay, so we're going to just corner chomp with the 1/2 inch on one side. And that's it. And like I said, if I was making multiples of these, I could do multiple layers at one time, and that saves time and energy for sure. Then we're going to stamp on this layer here. We're going to put this one aside. We're going to stamp this little girl. She is, actually, you know what? Let me back up. We're going to actually do these polka dots that are at the bottom of the card just to add more interest to it. And it comes from Polka Dot Patterns on page 13 of our catalog. It's $17.95, but you get 3 stamps that are this big. Great for cards and scrapbooking to add a border. All right, and our stamps are cling mounted, which makes them very easy to store, and the cling really works very well. It clings to the block, and our blocks are a nice thickness, so it helps you to add even pressure, and they're made from red rubber, deeply etched red rubber. This is pigment ink, and it's in the color Sky. We have lots and lots of colors, beautiful colors. And this ink is great because if we wanted to heat emboss this, we could do that. We're not going to heat emboss today because I'm trying to keep it simple for the person who is really just getting started. So this is a beginner kind of a video. Okay, and so all I did was stamp there with our pigment ink. Okay, then we're going to take that stamp off, put it aside to be cleaned, and you should definitely clean. We have a cleaner, and it conditions your stamp and it keeps them nice and clean. If you use a baby wipe, please make sure it doesn't have alcohol, because alcohol will dry out and crack your stamps, and then they'll be really useless to you. This is Memento ink. We're using Memento ink and it's in tuxedo black color, because we are going to use Copics to color her in. As you see there, she is colored. And so I'm just going to stamp her here over to the side. You could stamp her wherever you wanted. If you wanted her in the center, that would be fine. So there we go. Okay, then we're going to stamp the sentiment. Oh, and by the way, she is from the set called Here's the Scoop. She's on page 51, and normal price is $12.99, but this set is being retired, so it's 25% off, and that makes it $9.75 for a set of 4 stamps. It has 3 sentiments, and Thanks for Being Sweet is one of them, but it's not this one. Okay, it's a cursive. Her fonts are all in cursive. Very cute. Check it out. This one is from Sprinkled with Love, page 65, and that's a 12 stamp set. It's this donut one, and you can get the die for the donut. Adorable, great little sentiments for lots of occasions. So I recommend that you check that out. And like I said, it's on page 65, and that one's $19.99. It has 12 stamps. So I'm going to just go ahead and stamp over the polka dotty part. Okay, and that's it. So easy. And already our card is taking shape. So then the next thing I'm going to do, just to show you real quick, because I'm probably not going to color her in completely, because you probably don't want to see me coloring. I am not a professional colorer at all. I like the way the Copics work, because they give you a nice smooth finish, and it's effortless to color with them. And you can even color your buttons and your bling if you wanted to. This is our twine, and it is French roast and white. It's on page 125, and you get 200 and where did I write it? 280 yards. I think you'll be okay once you get that big thing of twine. You'll be covered. So I'm going to fold it in half this time. I don't know how much I cut. I just cut a bunch, and I'm going to wrap it. The first time I just kept wrapping it over and over again, but if you want to be quick about it, you could just double it up. And this is, like I said, it's a simple card, so even if you don't have a lot of stamps, you can just use any stamps that you have, and just use the same template. Okay, but you know, use your stamps and add your own flair to it. Maybe you have ribbon instead of twine. Whatever the case might be. So then I'm just trimming those little tails, and now it's just so easy. We didn't even have to tie a bow or anything like that, but you could tie a bow if you wanted to. Okay, and then all we need to do to complete the card is to color her in, but I am going to use some foam squares. Foam squares are a must-have, because that added layer just makes your card look that much more simple. And always sign the back of your cards and date them, so that people will remember that you made them that card in 2015 someday, if they save it. Okay, and then comes the Copic coloring. Now our Copics are the Copic Originals. These are really an investment really in the future, because you will not need to get another marker. Okay, once you have the YR07, you can refill this marker 9 times with the refill. Isn't that great? And it has 2 tips. It has a fine tip and it has this chisel tip, and this is for bigger spaces, and then of course this one is for finer spaces. So these are perfect for our stamps, because our stamps tend to be, you know, not a huge area. So this fine tip is perfect if you're trying to color this little dress in. Like say if I had this is really the only ones that I have of the original Copics, but if I just wanted to color that little strip right there, look how easy that was, because it's small. You can get in small spaces. Okay, so if I wanted to keep her dress white, I could do that, and just give her an orange sash. For coloring her hair, I used this E33 sand. So very simple with this fine tip to get into those little spaces. And if you go outside the line a little bit, don't worry about it. It's supposed to look imperfect because it's handmade. Okay? If it's too perfect, you know, it'll just look like a machine did it. People love it to know that you made something with your own hands and your own effort and your own materials and time and all of that. So don't worry about it being imperfect. I'm going to do the ice cream cone too in that color. And then something I like to do that I learned from watching another Copic colorer. She was a professional, so I like to watch people that know what they're doing. I like to go around the outside just to make her stand out and just make like this little like halo of blue. And this is the cool shadow, and I think it looks so cool to do that. Okay, so I will do that. I'm going to do that to her too. I never did do that before. Okay, and then I'm going to alternate the colors with the ice cream cone. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to add some bling because it is so plain. I think adding something like sequins or bling or something like that is a good idea. So I'm just kind of trimming these off because they are attached by adhesive. And then if you have a hard time with your fingers or nails or whatever, that one's kind of sticking to my finger there. You could use your scissors or tweezers or something like that to attach them. And I like to attach them in a triangular fashion. And that one just fell there, so we're just going to leave it there. And then the other one will adhere it so it looks like a visual triangle. And that's it. So that completes the card. I will finish coloring her in. Thanks so much for watching, and please head over to my website. I will leave it at the bottom of this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.